left us all so down, but we're gonna turn it all around. Sing it loud if you know the sound. So many voices no longer bound. Everybody, come on, sing. Everybody needs a living wage. Oh, to get them through. Everybody needs a living wage. 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 One more time. Everybody needs a living wage. Everybody needs a living wage. $15 an hour. $20. $20 an hour. You got it. How about 25? Do I hear $25 an hour? 25. How about 30? Do I hear $30 an hour? How about 40? 50. $50 an hour. How about 100? Can we go 100? Can we go 100? Sky's the limit, folks. Fight, fight, fight. Fight for union.
Bring the house down.
I looked at it one of the evenings a while ago. We co-published a lot of stuff. Other voices within the Charles Curve.
Hello, everybody. I got out of school. Spent 2 years on the road, just living off of day labor and migrant farm work. Didn't get a career or anything, but it's definitely
I don't see that. I don't see the energy. I don't think that.
I'm going to do this song. The first song will be called Day Labor's Rant.
Boilers original.
As soon as
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a new town, when the sun goes down, I wander around. Cold rains are coming down, body burning hand. Do what work I can. Paint, clean, fix it, haul it, shovel it, build your garden. I know you're gonna love it, brickwork, woodwork, hard work, brick your castle, tearing up pitchfork, body burning hand. Do what work I can. From home, got no place at night. On the street I'm shooting dice with body, brain, hands. Do what work I can. Paint, clean, food, garden. Know you're gonna love it. Brickwork, woodwork, yard work, roof work. Come to castle, tearing up pitchfork, body, brain, hands. Do what work I can.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, good.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, got the camera.
All day I'm on that curve, that takes me to suburbs. I might taste some herb. I'm back there on that curve with body, brain, hands. Do what work I can. Paint, clean, shove it, haul it, put new windows, seal and caulk it. 12 hours I work today. Please now, miss, don't short my pay with body, brain, hands. Do what work I can. Paint, clean, fix it, haul it, shove it, build your garden. I know you're gonna love it. Brickwork, woodwork, yard work, roof work, take to gas, turn up pitchfork, body, brain, hands. Do what work I can. I'm tired, thirsty, hungry, and hot, but giving up is what I'm not. I might drink some shots. Republicans, they take our peanuts. They take our peanuts away. Shrinking middle class ought to make a fuss. Sadly, if you're poor, tossed under the bus. No aristocracy, ha, that's a joke. Workers are just slaves, remain held by a yoke. People stand up, we can't just shout and scream. Stand up together and join our global dream. Peanuts, they give us peanuts. Republicans, Democrats, give us peanuts. Republicans, give us peanuts. Peanuts away.
Donate. And next up, we have the very fashionable, the very beautiful, and very talented Jaquela Burton. Oh, sorry, I forgot something. Speaking on behalf of the San Francisco Living Wage Coalition.
Hi, my name is Jaquela Burton. I'm with the San Francisco Living Wage Coalition, and we're living a tale of two cities. San Francisco has the fastest growing rate of income inequality in the nation. Those in the top 5% make more than 16 times what we in the bottom 20% make. The mayor's economic development policies are to use tax breaks and subsidies to bring high-tech companies to San Francisco. These companies bring in a workforce from outside of the city. Much of the political discussion of the effects of the mayor's economic policies is focused on the housing crisis, but not enough attention has been paid to the flip side of the mayor's development model. There is a job crisis in this town, particularly in the African American and Latino communities. There is a high rate of unemployment and underemployment, and people even working full-time but still living in poverty. At least 23% of the San Franciscans live in poverty. There are young mothers who are working for their public assistance checks and welfare to work programs that don't lead to long-term jobs. These are dead-end programs. A recent report by the budget and legislative analysts portrayed these programs as dysfunctional and broken. Many of these young single mothers have a family history going back generations in this city. They go through a program that does not provide real job training, that has no plan for moving people to long-term employment, and at the end, they have reached their time limit for public assistance. They are being forced to leave the city, and once they do, they won't be coming back. The mayor's development model is to reduce unemployment by forcing the unemployed out of the city. Just as the mayor's economic policies are displacing long-term tenants from their homes, the mayor is using welfare to work programs to displace civil servants from their jobs and shrink public sector employment. Not only are people in the welfare to work programs working in a form of indentured servitude, but their very work is reducing their opportunities for long-term employment. We are demanding that the mayor support legislation that would transfer welfare to work programs into genuine job training programs that provide a path to a living wage jobs. SEIU Local 1021 is partnering with us in demanding that the city provide training and employment opportunities in permanent civil service positions to unemployed parents in the welfare to work programs. Together, we're sending the message to the mayor that he can't solve poverty by pushing out poor people. We are demanding that the mayor adopt economic policies that create jobs for those who already live in the city. We demand that the corporations pay their fair share of taxes to reduce income inequality and fund job creation. We demand that economic policies that work for us, not just the elite. There should be one city for all of us.
Y habla de la necesidad de los pobres y de su lucha. Creo que está peor la situación. Qué pobres estamos todos, sin un pan para comer, porque nuestro pan lo gasta el patrón en su placer, mientras él tiene vestidos y palacios y dinero, nosotros vamos desnudos sembramos, pero toda la cosecha es para el bien de los amos. Ya luego los padrecitos nos echan excomuniones. ¿A poco piensan que Cristo era como esos patrones? Compañeros del arado y los de toda herramienta, no más nos queda un camino a agarrar. Tu 30-30.
Together the street fair over the next few hours. I think this is great to have everybody coming here in the Mission. I think it's sort of significant for those of you who read the Chronicle or know your labor history. Today is the 80th anniversary of the 1934 waterfront strike in San Francisco that pretty much put the roots down of making San Francisco once and for all a union city. This is definitely a union town. The irony here is also, as Carl Kramer has continued to tell me, that little red building over there, which isn't really quite so red, in a different era was the headquarters of the San Francisco Labor Council, in the non-technological era, should we say, where people happen to be a little bit more on the street in terms of their collective bargaining. Here in San Francisco, the bosses are just as bad as they were back in 1934. They don't want unions, they don't want community groups and others to be moving together. We are going to have, well, let's put it this way. Here in San Francisco, we have new and different and better ways to do collective bargaining. We happen to pass the living wage here in San Francisco. We are about ready to pass the highest minimum wage, going to $15 an hour, which still isn't enough, but still is going to be leading the way in terms of a benchmark of actually getting to $15 an hour in this November election. Labor and tenants groups are working on incredible issues around displacement and the ability to afford houses and the ability to pay your rents and the ability to stay in rent control apartments. There's going to be stuff on the ballot this November, which hopefully we're going to have an entire coalition of people to be working on, whether or not it's working to get David Campos up to Sacramento, whether or not it's going to be to pass this minimum wage law, whether or not there's going to be anti-speculation taxes that we're going to be working on. We have a history, a rich history in San Francisco moving forward, and this November is going to be extremely important for San Franciscans to be able to say, which town is this? What is the definition of San Francisco? Is this going to be a workers' town or is this going to be a business town? And we have the ability to do that as we move forward.
All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Flores, and I appreciate this opportunity to address this fair. I'm here today as the endorsed candidate from the San Francisco Labor Council, and I'm here primarily because I grew up in a union household, and my parents were able to put food on the table through their jobs at Pac Bell, and that's what gave me the ability to have my parents help me out with college, and ended up graduating law school, and I've been a lawyer here for 13 years. So I do think it's very important for people to have the ability to put food on the table and continue to live in San Francisco. As someone that has represented individuals in San Francisco, I think that's really important. It's something to say that you are a lawyer, that you fight. I've been a lawyer that has fought representing individuals in housing issues and primarily in criminal defense in the last 7 years, which I think is really important because when people come to the court system, they're not there by choice. It doesn't matter if it's a civil matter, if it's a criminal matter. No one wants to be in court other than the people who are getting paid to work there. And your perspective as a judge or someone who has influence in our court system, it's important to keep that in mind, that it's a position of service and that the people who are coming before you don't want to be there and have their lives impacted. If someone is incarcerated and their bail is at an amount that they can't post, for example, then they're going to not be able to make it to work the next day. They're not going to be able to keep their housing. Sometimes that's exactly what should happen. under the circumstances. Other times, there's an opportunity there for judges and other people working in our judicial system to take a look at other creative opportunities. So we have Walden House represented here today, which is a fantastic service that we've seen many people go through the criminal justice system, have opportunities to become sober, to get jobs, to have their housing secured by programs like that. So in San Francisco, I think we do a great job in comparison to other counties in creating these opportunities. We still have a lot of work to do. And what I hope to achieve is the ability to be your servant on the bench, to continue to work hard, to maximize the opportunity we have, and keep an eye open for other opportunities that can allow people to have their cases heard in San Francisco, be respected as individuals, and have our judiciary look at your case holistically in the sense of not only what are you here for today, but how will this case impact your kids and your household. So
well, we have three main objectives of political things we're trying to get more public awareness about, but I think one of the common ones is the $15 minimum wage, trying to raise that, and also, talk louder? Okay. We're also fighting against the displacement of the neighborhoods, and so there's a lot of groups here that are trying to get more public awareness about that. And the other term is gentrification. Some people know it as that. So those were kind of the two common ones. But the third is fighting for a better community jobs program.
And how do you think that this fair is going to help with those issues?
I think that this labor and community fair is going to help bring more awareness about the fight for a $15 minimum wage, fight for a community jobs program, and fight against displacement of our neighborhoods by bringing the community together to talk about these issues. We also have some performers that their songs are all about those issues, so it's kind of a fun way to get the word out instead of just a pamphlet. You know, there's a song to go with it, and that's it.
And what do you think, last question, so no, you're fantastic.
Don't worry, be edited.
So we have, we're having this fair, there's all these wonderful people. We know that there was issues because it's July 4th weekend. And what do you think the best follow-up to this will be? What do you think that we can do, as this is clearly just the people here, but it's only like people who are super interested in the community. We don't have a big outreach at all. So how do you think we can take this fair and catapult it forwards? Yeah, that's fine.
So one of the ways that we can try to get the word out about these issues more without just staying in the North Mission community and reaching a broader audience is definitely to use social media. It's a huge thing to get the word out. People can see Facebook and Twitter posts, and I know that the San Francisco Living Wage is revamping their whole website and everything to accommodate that. It's the digital age, and people like to be able to go to a website or go to a page and see information. And definitely to have this event again, maybe not in the same time of year. It was a rough weekend with the holiday weekend, but maybe even try to do something like this twice a year, and definitely do all the necessary things to get it even bigger, and try to reach out to people and make it, obviously not as big as SF Pride, but something big like that where people will want to come to it from all over the place to fight for these issues.
So can you tell us who you are and how you're associated with San Francisco Living Wage Coalition?
I'm Candace Davis, and I work for the San Francisco Living Wage Coalition part-time. I came here because I was a former participant in the Community Jobs Program, and I like the ideas that Carl and the San Francisco Living Wage Coalition have, which were to promote wage equality within San Francisco, and also their campaign for community jobs improvement.
So how do you think that this street fair is going to be successful in starting the ball rolling on new legislation?
I think the street fair is going to bring more awareness to the issues, and also give us a chance to explain any questions that the community may have about the community jobs program, as well as the Fight for 15.
Are you getting a lot of people asking you? Do you get to share that information with a lot of people?
A lot of people have heard of the community jobs program, and a lot of people have not. So for the people that haven't, I just give them like my story, as well as I tell them, the progress that we've made so far, as well as you know, what our next steps are going to be.
So how do you think, you know, it's obviously there's an issue that it's July 4th weekend, it's so beautiful out, you know, July 5th is not a convenient time for the street fair. How do you think we can get people who didn't get to be here to really hear about the messages that we're
by sharing as much as we can with the people that are here and just trying to like get the message out and staying in contact with them. And usually when you follow up with people, like the follow-up is really important. So when we follow up with people, having them, you know, spread the word to family and friends definitely gets it out. And then also just being proactive in the community, constantly, you know, talking about the issues and making people aware of what's going on.
Sí se puede, sí se puede. Bam, 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 bam. Para ser inmigrante se necesita tener muchas agallas y otras cositas. Y arriba, y arriba, ahí arriba, y arriba, y arriba. Yo no soy ilegal. Yo no soy ilegal, soy trabajador internacional. Bam, ba, bam, ba. Se puede, bam, ba, ba. Se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se. Para subir al cielo se necesita que me des tú la mano, y una ayudita. Ahí arriba, y arriba, ahí arriba, y arriba, y arriba. Yo no soy ilegal, soy trabajador internacional. Bam, ba, 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 bam, ba. ¡Se puede! Muchas gracias. Let's keep working for a living wage. Let's keep organizing. Remember all the folks who've given up their lives and energy so we can continue struggling and we can continue enjoying the abundance of this beautiful earth in which we live. ¡Órale! ¡Se puede!
No son tan inútiles las noches que te di. Te marchas y que yo no intento discutírtelo, lo sabes y lo sé. Al menos quédate solo esta noche. Prometo no tocarte, ¿estás seguro? Hay veces que me voy sintiendo solo, porque conozco esa sonrisa tan definitiva, sonrisa que a mí mismo me abrió tu paraíso. Se dice que por cada hombre hay una como tú. Pero mi sitio lo ocuparás tú con alguno, igual que yo, mejor lo dudo. Porque esta vez agachas la mirada, me pides que sigamos siendo amigos. Amigos para que, maldita sea, yo un amigo lo perdono, pero a ti te amo. Pueden parecer banales mis instintos naturales, si hay una cosa que yo no te he dicho, que mis problemas sabes que se llaman tú. Solo por eso tú me ves hacerme el duro, para sentirme un poquito más seguro. Y si no quieres ni decir en qué fallar, recuerda que también a ti te perdonan. En cambio tú dices lo siento, no te quiero, y te me vas con esta historia entre tus dedos. ¿Qué vas a hacer? Busca una excusa y luego márchate, porque de mí no deberías preocuparte, no debes provocarme, que yo te escribiré un par de canciones tratando de ocultar mis emociones, pensando pero poco en las palabras, y hablaré de la sonrisa tan definitiva, sonrisa que a mí mismo me abrió tu paraíso. Y hay una cosa que yo no te he dicho, que mis problemas sabes que se llaman tú. Solo por eso tú me ves hacer